Hey everyone, welcome to a demo of Newbury's Kanban tool. This is a solution we developed that visually demonstrates progression throughout workflows within Bullhorn. And today I'll be sharing the recruiter board. Now, this recruiter board effectively serves as a new homepage for your recruiters as they go about their day-to-day jobs of identifying candidates for positions and then progressing them through the process until ultimately they become placements. And the value add of this tool is that it's very efficient. You'll notice that it's very intuitive with its drag and drop features. And that efficiency will allow your recruiters to make more placements in less time. And by extension, for your new recruiters, it will allow them to get up and going, fully ramped and familiar with the system that much more quickly. So looking at this first job here, you'll notice that the different positions that I'm filling are represented by these rows. And then the candidates that are submitted to those jobs are represented by these green tiles. Finally, the corresponding submission statuses are represented by these columns. And in that way, you can scroll and look at the jobs you're filling and get an idea of how many candidates you have and where they're at in the placement process. So scrolling back up here, we'll go to Lorraine Moody, or let's say John Smith. And John Smith has just gone through the interview process, but say he's not a fit for this particular account coordinator job, we'll move him here to rejected. And you'll see on the screen up pops interactive card where I can enter a comment on why he wasn't a fit. We'll just say lacked necessary experience. And I press move, and you'll notice that in near real time, John Smith moved from the interview stage into rejected. Now, if I moved, say, Tessa Vila from submitted to client submission, you'll see that it actually redirects me here to the client submission window. So the tool is also very effective in that because it's efficient and intuitive, recruiters like to use it. It's not a battle to get them to adopt to this new technology. And because they like to use it, it improves adherence to the workflows you set up and best practices. So here, even though the client submission screen wouldn't fit on a little pop-up, you'll see it redirects me to the proper place. And you'll see that Tessavilla corresponding job is all populated. In this case, it looks like it's ready to go. This, of course, will reflect your own unique workflow. In this case, I'll add without the email. And we see they were submitted successfully. It closes. And then as I refresh the board here, we'll see that Tess is now in the client submission screen, or column rather. Now, you also have a lot of control over which jobs are being returned, because obviously for some companies, there might be hundreds or even thousands of jobs that you're working on at any given time. And that's where the filter criteria comes into play. So here you can filter by the jobs, and you can sort by any number of different fields, by the submission itself, the company, or the candidate. And this will allow you to refine the results that are appearing. So when I click on this star here, you can see that you can even save different screens, and that will allow you to quickly pull up different menus of or configurations of these jobs for reference. So one common use case we hear is if a manager wants to walk through jobs that are closing by the end of the week with his team holistically, you can do so. Or another common use case, if you are doing a big push for a specific client, you can sort specifically by those jobs. So you have lots of control here and the ability to be granular with what's being returned. You can also expand these tiles if you want to get into more detail. And you'll see different corresponding informations being displayed. And you have a lot of control over this tool. And just as it reflects your workflows uniquely, it will also display the unique fields the way you'd like it to. And that can all be configured via the admin screen, which, just like the recruiter board, is accessible via the menu. And from here, you can configure both the Kanban board itself. If you have different private labels, you'll have the ability to configure them for each unique workflow. And as I referenced with the filters, you can choose effectively any queryable field to filter by. So if you're interested in learning more about this solution, please reach out to our team today. We'd be glad to walk you through it. And we can share about what it would look like for you in the implementation process and share how we can install the functionality oftentimes in as little as a week. So please don't hesitate to reach out.